Ever since Batman has went into retirement, the Joker has been a shell of his former self.
The Joker turned sweet because Batman retired.
Losing to one 60-year-old man, and Batman escapes with the GCP having done nothing. And this new commission.
Do you do you not see how many shots they let off at this? You're saying Clark Kent Superman is nuke level? That time Batman put belt to ass on everyone, including Superman. Come on now. You know we gotta watch that.
Opens with two Nazi goons robbing the shop, and I get they're supposed
gotta
to be
analyze
like
the
Germans.
cap.
How the fuck are they still using World War II technology? That is a 7mm Mauser pistol. All it would take is one YN with a 25 to life on his hip to wipe his whole gang out. One more reason why Chicago is way more dangerous than Gotham. They try to threaten the old lady with a barrel to her noggin, but little does he know it's actually Batman doing his best Tyler Perry impression. After a couple maneuvers, he does end up getting jumped on the floor, like they're curb stomping the fuck out of bro. But my goat reverses it, comes out on top as always, and I'm basically skipping over the fight because of this bitch. Also, I'm gonna skip over the next fight. All you need to know is she gets cooked, and as soon as Batman is about to extract some information,
they do these in Batman? What? In an animated too? Like since when they do that in the Batman universe? When they do that in the Gothams? When they start doing that with the censors?
Clark
not the censors,
like
but the
Omni-Man.
The stuff that needs to be censored. When did they start putting that in the DC universe?
Level and didn't say a word. Bruce told him that they'll link on a specific date to settle their.
And why she got a guile cut?
Superman hits him with a nod and then flies away. Bro is moving on demon time. How is he talking less than Batman? Now the reason that Superman and Batman are at odds in this movie is that Superman is working directly under the president as like a sanctioned superhero, and Batman is an old fucking man retired for 10 years. So when he suddenly comes out of retirement, it makes the current administration look bad. They couldn't keep the city safe enough, that's why Batman's back type shit. So the president is basically using Superman to try to convince Batman to go back into retirement. Later, Clark drops on Bruce's location, and Superman warns him if he doesn't stop, he's gonna have to cave his chest in. And Batman responds with one of the hardest bars of the century.
Either shut it down, or one of these days, someone with authority is gonna tell me to come stop you. And when that happens, may the best man win.
Up against a damn near god and hit him with a I'd win. Absolute cinema. But the US government isn't Batman's.
See, I can't get behind the cap, but if you could do some things to fluff it up, right? You can do some things to make me like, first off, it's animated, which is already better than the live action, because they just can't get the live action right for some reason. I'm sorry, DC, you got to step it up a little bit. But when it's animated, okay, it's already a little more fictional. I can already start to believe the cap. And then you got him talking down to him. Oh my God. I'm not sold by the cap, but I'm invested. I'm invested.
Problem. Ever since Batman has went into retirement, the Joker has been a shell of his former self. But damn near the second he sees that Batman is back on the news, he instantly relapses like a crackhead, constructing his next mass murder plot, which Batman has been trying to figure out this entire time. Also, Jim Gordon has retired, leaving another commissioner to take his place, who doesn't exactly agree with Batman's vigilante tactics. So Bruce has Superman, the Joker, and the whole GCPD all trying to take him out of the game at once, and the problems start to collide in
they turn so the Joker turned sweet because Batman retired. Yo, that's hilarious.
Each other when Joker goes on a TV show to talk about his past trauma. The GCPD want to arrest Batman, and they know the easiest way to do that is just to spawn camp the Joker and so homeboy drops out the Batcopter and starts handling these fully armored SWAT team officers. Look at the form on this combination. It looks like it's ripped straight from the Arkham games. Batman is a 60-year-old man in this movie, and somehow he's still one-tapping these troops effortlessly. He drops a smoke bomb and starts breaking up these niggas one by one, kicks her whole task force in the face individually. He continues to cook these federal agents, but eventually gets surrounded. In a minute that he's completely still, the new commissioner starts firing on Brad, while Batman is 1v50ing the police department. Joker is in the middle of being interviewed, up until he turns his therapist into a hashtag with a coffee mug, and has the whole room flooded in Joker toxin. Mind you, the whole police department is directly on the roof right now, losing to one 60-year-old man, and Batman escapes with the GCP having done nothing. And this new commissioner,
do you do you not see how many shots they let off at this? Do you not see how many shots they let off at this 60-year-old man, and none of them hit? First off, he can't be moving that fast. Matter of fact, he is moving that fast. He just no-diff half the squad. The rest of the squad busting stick empty and clip, but they can't hit one shot. They can't even hit an ankle shot. That's what I'm saying,
The
though.
whole room flooded in Joker toxin. Mind you, the whole police department is directly on the roof right now, losing to one 60-year-old man. And
Whole
Batman
team
escapes with the
blowing
GCP having done
ARs.
nothing. And this new commissioner is so trash at her job. When Batman needs some information about this random dead body, he disguises himself as one of her detectives and milks her for all the damn answers. She doesn't even figure it out until the real guy shows up, and he still does not get caught by just hopping over this fence. Joker's next stop is this amusement park to do what he does best, terrifying the Huz. So Batman drops on him in a way that would shatter the ankles of any mortal man, and has to chase Joker down throughout the entire park while he's blicking down innocent people like he's speedrunning that one map from Left 4 Dead. Imagine you're at Six Flags having a nice night with your family when the Joker pistol whips the consciousness out of your body before you can react. Proceeds to left hook your wife to sleep and then use your son as a goddamn hostage.
With
Mind
one
you, that's the second
eyeball.
hostage he's taken in the last 3 minutes.
You're the Joker, right? Batman's gonna kick your ass.
He's gonna have to go through you first.
If I was Lil Bro's dad, hearing that shit from a distance, I would just let that little nigga perish. Maybe natural selection just has to take its course. If this was one of the comic universes, gang would have got 200 pumped instantly. But Batman pulls the oldest trick in the book, leaps through a mirror, and starts violating the Joker's cheekbones. He gets tossed around, but he fires a couple shots off, landing.
Bro, he don't care, though. He's just happy Batman is back, bro. This man full smiles, bro. Even with a battering 50% lodged into his eyeball. The eyeball can't be used no more. Mind you, he's getting socked in the face with the battering in his eyeball. You know what adds some jiggle fiction to the eyeball, bro. You know that hurt.
One on Batman. The best aim I've seen a concussed person pull off. But when he gets an opportunity for the kill shot, he realizes he ran out of bullets. So he runs like a hoe all the way to the Tunnel of Love, where he kills an officer and takes his gun just to continue firing at random people. And at this point, I don't even feel bad for them. They kind of deserve it. Why are these idiots just standing around while the Joker is loose? As history's most prolific mass murderer, he has to have like the most recognizable face on planet Earth, right? He blames this guy and then kicks his girlfriend into the water just for the sheer love of the game. Runs through this cave blasting dozens of people with this 12-round clip. He sees the couple land in the water and Batman's like, oh nah, this nigga has to go. So he
How does the GCPD not just kill Joker? I understand how Batman doesn't kill Joker. It's literally his option. How does the GCPD, how does the legislative leaders in Gotham not sit down and say, hey, he's gotta go? That's why I don't be understanding.
corners him and starts putting belt to ass. Gets him so tight that he tosses Joker into the ceiling. Let him taste his kneecaps. When out of nowhere, Joker pulls out a poke and inflicts Batman with the bleeding status effect, leaving Bruce to almost get turned into bad bacon. One left hook and a reversal later, he has both his hands around the Joker's throat, wide open to get prison poked. And Batman has finally had enough of these goddamn shenanigans. Spins his neck in a 360-degree movement, obliterating this nigga's nervous system and leaving him paralyzed from the waist down. But somehow he concludes that he's won. Kills himself, refuses to elaborate, leaving the public to assume Batman killed the Joker with his own two hands. Barely gets back to the Batcave for a life-saving surgery, but he's better off than Superman, as the president asks bro to redirect a nuclear warhead. He takes it into space and blows it up over the stratosphere, getting absolutely cooked in the process. Looks like he got his radiation juices sucked dry, but some
He died to a nuke? Like what? You're saying Clark Kent Superman is nuke level? That's what we're saying? Did he die off that?
Stratosphere, getting absolutely cooked in the process. Looks like he got his radiation juices sucked dry, but somehow heals back up to full HP instantly. And I did not know his powers worked like that. I always thought it was like he's either impervious to damage or he isn't. Not
That's
that
what
he
I'm
had
saying.
like a healing factor. Like I never thought if
not
you
even
cut off
that.
Superman's arm, he would just regrow his fucking arm. Unbelievably redundant power. Needless.
I just didn't think, this is crazy, pause. I just didn't think a nuke would be what, you know what I'm saying, puts him on 1 HP. Maybe I'm underestimating. I don't know. Well, when you see who he fights and how, like, what can throw him around, I guess. Really, it just depends on how weak they want to make that variant of Superman, bro.
To say he saves the United States from becoming Fallout 4, but the radiation from the blast acts kind of like an EMP, shutting down every major power grid in the United States, which immediately causes America to become Fallout 4 anyway. Robbing, looting, and shootings break out across the country, which the current administration cannot get under control. And the only city in America that isn't a PvP server is Gotham. And it makes sense if you think about it. Imagine the only law of the land is Batman. I'd put my shiesty away too. You're saying there's no no laws to prevent him from detaching my legs? Nah, you got that. But with Gotham being the only safe city in the entire nation, this makes the president look horrible. This whole movie, he's been telling Superman to like get him to retire or something. Now he's talking about however you gotta do it, get it done. So Superman asks for a date and a location. He's looking for the fairest one possible. Bruce tells him to slide to the streets and equips the Batman vs Superman armor, an S-tier creation from the god Frank Miller himself. And out of every time the world's finest is thrown hands, this has to be like top of the leaderboard. Batman has Stephanie Brown Robin stay in his bat tank while he leads Clark into these lead-covered heat-seeking missiles. Despite him trying to move out the way, every one of them bitches connect. You'd think they just like bounce off of him after he survived a literal nuke. But Bruce just has this satisfied expression on his face as Superman is hit with a tank round by Stephanie Brown. And when he opened that bitch up like a clam, she's just like sitting there holding a slingshot. What are you gonna do with that, huh? Playing patty cake with that nigga would be more effective. As soon as he turns around for the 1v1, Batman uses a sound gun to blow out Clark's eardrums. And he's like, oh nah, did this nigga just leak me? Breaks his gun into 4x8 Lego pieces. And he asks Bruce to accept the fact that he's already cooked, extending a hand of camaraderie for someone who just slimed you out 4 consecutive times in a row. So Batman slimes this nigga out for the 5th time in
the suit even, ooh my god, sliming. The suit even looks swaggier
and out 4 consecutive times in a row. So Batman slimes this nigga out for the 5th time in 6 minutes, using the entire electrical grid of the city as a taser. But he uses his laser vision, making Batman unhand his chiseled cheekbones so he can get off a haymaker, putting a dent in his car with Bruce's body. And this is the perfect example of a power balance right here. When Batman's laying on the floor and he activates the rocket boosters, he cannot possibly get that shit off. But that full extension on the counter leaves him open to a down smash. That bitch was beautifully placed. How did he ragdoll that nigga? Look at Clark's body. That shit looks completely limp. And the hands do not end there, as they run one through the whole metropolitan area. And Superman is just haphazardly throwing them through people's kitchens. Like they do not care about casualties, let alone property damage. But hey, fuck we ball. They get to this construction site where the bat suit handles let alone property damage.
2-hand clasp overhead smash is the boy.
But hey, fuck we ball. They get to this construction site where the bat suit handles a direct laser beam to the chest. Even with a bulletproof vest on, getting shot will leave you with broken ribs. His entire upper skeletal structure should be a powder. He flip kicks his rebar, stopping Superman in his tracks. Punts that bitch, then uses a wrecking ball as a meteor hammer, absolutely whipping that hoe. Superman cuts the chain with heat vision and throws it right back, and it's time for Bruce's next tactic. 2 cement rollers use his brass knuckles. I'm not exactly sure if he's cooking with this one. Oh yeah.
You let him hit you with this? He should be immensely slow. I don't care how strong the suit is. The suit should barely be able to hang with Superman in and of its own right. The suit should barely be able to do that. You're telling me he picked up 2, I don't even know how much them hoes weigh, at least 1.5 thousand each, maybe 1,000 each. He rock 'em, sock 'em. It's no way you let him get those hits off on you, Clark.
Tactic. 2 cement rollers use his brass knuckles. I'm not exactly sure if he's cooking with this one. Oh, yeah, get that shit. Oh,
that don't make no sense.
Bruce, this is idiotic.
Boy.
Damn, he was not cooking with that one. He gets tossed across the city and then pressed, but at the last minute, he gets Oliver Queen to shoot Superman with a green arrow, which Bruce did just so he can punch the fuck out of him. And then call him a bitch. Then has a heart attack and dies. And this is all to plan. Alfred takes some cyanide pill and burns down Wayne Manor. Bruce Wayne is revealed as Batman to the public. He has an entire funeral and the legend of Batman lives on. But the whole time this nigga's in a cave with a handful of disciples that he's going to teach everything he knows. And while I do love the Bat family and I love fucking Dick Grayson and Jason Todd, this has to be one of my favorite DC universes, or like DC endings. All Zack Snyder had to do was adapt this frame by frame and he would have had the blueprints for success. Imagine seeing literal award-winning character design, like writing, saying to yourself, nah, I can do better, only to produce this incoherent, fraudulent nonsense.
What I've been saying this whole time, listen to Drake.
Embarrassing.
It brings a tear to my eye to wasted potential. The only time we've ever seen this suit in live action, and it's forever stained with this fruity ass Martha scene. If you want another Batman video, watch.
Brother, That would be if if they would have just put that in live action, it would have been hard. But some people would have complained. I ain't gonna lie. But like similar storyline. I like how he died, but he didn't die, and then went to go teach the Bat family everything they knew. That'd be hard. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to expand from there. Give the individual pieces of them. You know what I'm saying? Their own little things, right? Maybe, you know what I'm saying, Nightwing. They have a Nightwing led Titans type thing somewhere in the DC universe. You know what I'm saying? Batgirl go off, do her own thing. You know what I'm saying? And all the rest of them, Red Hood, you know what I'm saying? They all get movies and or TV shows, and this is how you build the DCU. It doesn't really take a rocket scientist, I ain't gonna lie.